Good evening and welcome to this year's Community Forum in English. My name is Marker Vera. I work at the Office of Community Participation and I will be moderating today's forum. As an introduction, let me share a few thoughts about today's program. Józsefváros is home to many people who are not Hungarian citizens. It has the highest number of foreigners living in Budapest, around 9,000 people, or around 15% of the district's population. Foreigners living here have a wide range of legal statuses: refugees, residence permit holders, EU citizens, and speak a wide variety of languages, from English to Serbian to Vietnamese. Since 2019, the Municipality of Józsefváros has paid special attention to making the services of the municipality and important news about the district accessible to foreigners living in the district. This is why, for example, the municipality has a special English language website and why it is also possible to subscribe to an English language newsletter where we regularly send news to non-Hungarian residents. The district's institutions such as kindergartens and nurseries also pay special attention to the needs of foreign children and their parents living here. We would like to help foreigners living here learn more about the municipality as well as the services and opportunities we offer, which we hope will make them feel more part of our community. The municipality has organized community forums in the neighborhoods of Józsefváros and thematic public forums for a long time. And since 2024, we have also been organizing community forums in English, which we are now taking part in. It is important that everyone speaks to the microphone so that those who cannot be here in person can also follow the event online, and so that everything can be clearly heard on the recording. Please only share personal information, such as your name, if you are comfortable with it being audible in the live stream. If there are any sound issues, we kindly ask those following the live broadcast to let us know in the comments. Notes will be taken during the event, and the community forum is being streamed live, so it will also remain available afterwards. In addition, photos will be taken during the forum. Thank you for your attention. Now, please allow me to introduce our guests for this evening, who have each prepared a short presentation for you. Sákli Balázs, Deputy Mayor, due to health reasons, unfortunately wasn't able to attend. We will try to answer anything concerning his field of expertise, which are budget and economic policy, renovation of institutions and rental housing, condominium tenders, public security policy, digital transformation. We will try to answer the questions concerning him ourselves. Also, Rádai Dániel, who is responsible for all urban development, public spaces, and greening mobility, district-level impacts of large-scale investments, who was not able to join us today. So any questions concerning him will be answered by Péter Szaló, who is the coordinator at the Deputy Mayor's Office. Udvarhelyi Tessa, Deputy Mayor, of Social Policy, Housing Policy, Education, Healthcare, Community Development, Animal Welfare and Participatory Governance is here with us. Also here with us is Benza Anna Málna, who is the head of the Equal Opportunities Office, and Újlaki Judit, who is the intercultural coordinator at the Equal Opportunities Office. The chief of Józsefváros's police was also invited to the forum, but unfortunately wasn't able to attend. If any questions are directed to him, we will write them down and forward it to him. So, I am asking now the deputy mayors to shortly tell us about their work. And first, we will listen to a video message by Rádai Dániel.
Good evening, everyone. This video means that I unfortunately cannot be with you tonight because I'm taking part in the Placemaking Week Europe conference. My colleagues are here and they will answer all your questions. I would like to mention briefly a couple of things that we have done most recently and are ahead of us right now. We have just completed a new pedestrian crossing on Baros utca between Leonardo and Szűz utca. Some would say they waited way too long for this intervention, but it's finally here. Enjoy crossing. We have just installed a new public toilet in Orcitér. Use it freely, it's free of charge. The first real pedestrian school street of Budapest is right here, right now, in Józsefváros, in Trefort utca. And the grass is greener in II. János Pál Pápa tér, where now it's more comfortable to chill and relax with or without a dog as well. We keep fighting for our residents around the Pazmány and Diószegi projects. The Corvin, Losonci and Orci quarters have become a large, low-speed 30 km/h zone. We have planted trees in Kis József utca and József utca. Soon enough, Kis József utca will be a truly urban gem. Dankóudvar is reaching the end of its second year of operation. It has become the most diverse, culturally rich place in Budapest. Huge thanks to everyone who contributes to it. We renovated Futó utca and Nagy Templom utca pavements through Corvin sétány. About potentially our three biggest features in these days. József körút redevelopment concept is finishing soon after a participatory process. A new cycling highway is in the making by 2029. We are processing the residents and stakeholders' input for the Népszínház utca vision. Please stay tuned for the results and for the next steps. We have just got news that 3 of our 4 Healthy Street proposals were accepted. This means that the municipality will receive 2.5 billion forints to completely renew Német, Dankó and Práter utca. Ahead of us shortly, while we are starting to implement some participatory budget projects right now, please do vote for this year's project. Csarnok and Népszínház quarters will soon form another large low-speed 30 km/h zone together with Magdolna quarter. We are starting to redesign the district's zoning plan and entire urban planning strategy. We are ambitioning a hugely participative process. Please stay tuned here as well. Exciting months behind and ahead of us. As always, please do not hesitate to ask me any questions. I'm always at your service. Take care and enjoy tonight. Take care and enjoy tonight.
Thanks. And now we will listen to Udvarhelyi Tessa, who will tell us about her work, and she's here. To the mic.
I went for a more offline version. Yes, this is my presentation. So my name is Tessa Udvarhelyi, and right now I'm vice mayor of this district. But before being a vice mayor, I worked here for 5 years as the head of the Office of Community Participation, which organized this forum, and I was also the one who initiated the whole, intercultural program in the municipality. So I'm very happy to be here again. And as Vera already mentioned, but I will tell you again, the topics that I'm responsible in the municipality are basically everything that has to do with human beings. So Dani, who you saw on the video, is responsible for urban development and public spaces. Balázs, who is not able to be here, is responsible for money and safety, and I'm responsible for everything else, which is everything that concerns people, from children to social affairs, participation, housing, healthcare. So anything that, if you are interested in any of these topics, services for foreigners, I'm your person. And I don't have a wonderful list like Dani proposed, or presented, but I just wanted to say a few words to you about myself. I have myself been a migrant. I lived abroad several times. I lived in Portugal, and I also lived in New York City for 5 years. So I know exactly how it feels to be a foreigner in a different place. And I consider one of the most important achievements of my work here the fact that we have an intercultural coordinator, and that we have started to take seriously the 10,000 or 15,000 people who live here who don't speak Hungarian. So I think it's really important, and I just wanted to let you know that we see you, you are not invisible, and that we consider you fully the members of the 8th district community, and we want you to feel safe here, and we want you to be able to access all of our services, and we want to make sure that you feel at home here, and that you don't feel like foreigners, or even if you are foreigners, you don't feel that you are an alien, but you are a member of our community. And if you need any help, please let me know, and my doors and my email address is always open to you.
Thank you, Tessa. Now I will ask Benza Malna to shortly tell us about her office.
Yeah, I didn't prepare any presentation either, but so yeah, hi everybody, my name is Mala Benza and I'm the head of the Equal Opportunities Office, and intercultural affairs also belong to our office, that's why I'm talking to you. We are the children of Tessa, as just mentioned. So this is a brand new office. It was established in January 2025. And we have 5 target groups: foreigners, you, Roma people, women, people with disabilities, and LGBTQ people. And I think our biggest goal is to improve the municipal services so that they are easily accessible. That's the most important, but we also want to educate the municipal employees on how to handle the cases of the target groups, and we also want to make the municipality a more diverse working place. So yeah, since that we only started to work a few months ago, our most important job right now is to assess the problems and the needs of the residents and to create our strategic goals. So yeah, we are really in the beginning of the big work, and yeah, I just wrote a few examples for you, just to have an overview on what we are working on currently. So we established a new service for victims of domestic violence. That's a huge project. We are working on a concept for period dignity. Free menstrual products are already available at several locations in the district. In relation to Roma issues, we are currently working on a Roma internship program, but we are also very committed to support disadvantaged Roma students at school. I don't know what you know about Hungarian education system, but it's not the best, let's say. Let's put it in that way. We are working on the physical accessibility of public spaces and institutions, as well as the accessibility of our services. So yeah, these are really just a few examples. I could talk a lot more, but we don't have much time. But it's also very important to mention that we take intersectional approach to all these issues. For example, in our service for victims of domestic violence, we deal with the violence against Roma women or refugee women. But it's true in general that we try to discuss our cases from the perspective of all the target groups. So yeah, we are very, very happy to have you here. It's a really, really nice event, and it's really new for us. And yeah, I think I will hand over to Judith because she will have the list. Yeah, she will talk about intercultural cases and things for you in much more in detail. Thank you.
Thank you. So Judith?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I've prepared a short presentation. If maybe I can see what I wrote, then I would be grateful. Thank you. I will talk about accessible Józsefváros. So the equal opportunities for foreigners in the East District. My name is Judith Újlaki. I'm the intercultural coordinator at Equal Opportunities Office, and I'm working at the office since March 2025, so I'm also quite new. And I have a personal commitment to this job, as I've been a foreigner most of my life, living in 6 different Asian countries and moving 10 times from one country to another. So sometimes I also had a feeling like I'm a foreigner here in Budapest. And I'm sorry, I'm really nervous, as this is my first presentation. But so I have had twice, for example, that I started school year without knowing the language, and I had to manage to navigate through health system and educational system to put my children to the right institutions. So I have been there and seen your struggles, but of course I haven't been a resident of Józsefváros as a foreigner, so that will be your task to show us and tell us more about what your needs are. And my role is to connect your needs with our services of our institutions at the municipal office and also our institutions in a broader sense. We have already heard about some data about foreigners living here, and I just want to say that our view is very, very partial, so we are definitely looking forward to assessing more and to get more data and also some interviews about what your needs really are, so we can build up our program. So there was already some mention about what we already have, starting with Tessa and the community office. We have an English website, and these programs and actions we are keeping and also trying to improve and making it broader and more accessible. And so for English news and newsletters, we try to make more deeper news, more informative, or for example, preparing some questionnaires also in English, so your participation is also more accessible and not only in Hungarian. So we are trying to make more and more news in English available. And also we have the community forum. We will institutionalize this for sure and make it yearly and prepare for you every time something new that's actual and reflects your and our work. And also we have an English guidebook, which I think was handed over to you. And we are really looking forward for your thoughts about that. And Vera will talk about that later, how you can participate in reviewing it. And also you can include your ideas, send us your ideas, what's lacking and what you need, what kind of information you would need more. Regarding education, we have Hungarian as a foreign language education in all of our kindergartens, and we also provide for 4 schools also free Hungarian as a foreign language. All those schools are not our jurisdiction, and also we are expanding with 2 new schools this year. And yeah, regarding participation, as you already have gotten these forms about participatory budget, the community participation office is always making sure that their information are available in English as well. So the foreigners are always also welcome to shape and form our budget, and also foreigners are very active in, for example, the neighborhood fest that they have organized. So that's a very great thing. Regarding community, we have in our district a civil organization called MIRA. They are an intercultural house, and they provide a lot of programs, for example, mentoring programs for children, helping with their school learnings, and also with language. They have intercultural meetings, and they have also have family events for foreigners, and they have also prepared a website which is now launched, It's called Navigate Hungary, and these are realized with the participation, with the partnership, of the municipality through a solidarity fund by the city of Budapest. We always support grassroots community collectives with information, navigating them to the right sources of funds, and many times foreigners also come and ask how can they participate more to build up their own community, and how the municipality can help with them. Also since 2025, there are some news. So if you have been at our last forum, these are something that you probably don't know, as we have now a info line for the employees of the municipality and the institutions of the municipality. And this is to have access to intercultural information when they are working with foreign clients. So our staff are not left alone. They can navigate foreigners with the best information of legal statuses, and where to approach in case they can't find a way to provide service to them easily. And also they can get language help with English and Ukrainian or Russian. So this helps our employees make their work better. We also have partnership with Cordelia Foundation. This is also through the Budapest Solidarity Fund. So psychological support is available to foreigners throughout this funding period. And this foundation gives individual therapy and also psychoeducational groups to traumatized people. And of course, their work is not enough, as people can't always have access to these. So it is our work to find through our social system who to send to these programs. So that is the job of the municipality, to connect the service with the people through our employees. And regarding education, we had a summer camp to foreigners with language learning program and integration program. This was a 1 weekday daycare program during the summertime, also provided by Menedék through our Józsefváros Civil Fund. And this year we have had our first international parents meeting for the parents of all the kindergarteners who are starting the kindergartens this year. And we have assessed their language needs, so we provided in 3 languages, Hungarian as well, plain Hungarian, English and Ukrainian. So we went through with the parents the house rules, so they can understand how the system works, and it was quite a good success and very, very useful. So the kindergarten employees know that they have provided information, and they will be able to work together throughout the year. And Mano has already mentioned this major project we have at the municipality, at our office. This relates to the coordinator who is responsible for women's affairs. So in this grand project, we try to focus also on marginalized groups, such as foreigners, and also assess their special needs in this regard. So they are also not left out in the process when this much energy and money is spent, and it's very important that they are also regarded. Yes, what is ahead of us in terms of accessibility? Of course, we would like to. It's always important to improve language accessibility throughout our municipality and other institutions. We will provide language trainings to our staff as well. And what's important, to have proper research about what your needs are, and we will base our strategy on that. There are a lot of civil organizations that are already working with migrants and providing aid to them, so we are in contact with them constantly, and we share information and work together to improve our services. And there are several ways we can have partnership through EU projects, Budapest Solidarity Fund, and also our municipality has a Józsefváros Civil Fund as well. So I would like to conclude with saying that there are many things that we can't control, such as laws about migration and trends. And there are a lot of things that are around you in this district, which the municipality is in control, and improve regarding access to the services. It is essential that you also participate. So today you have you are here and participating. So your questions and your presence already is forming our decisions, and it's very, very essential. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for the introductions and presentations, and now we will begin with the Q&A part of the community forum, focusing on your questions and comments. In each round, we will collect 3 questions from the residents, the persons who are here, and which will then be answered by our invited officials, and we will proceed in this way step by step. You can also submit questions online in the comments sections under the municipality's live video, and we will read those out as well if time allows it. Once again, I would like to emphasize that everyone should speak into the microphone so that those who cannot be here in person can also follow the event, and so that everything can clearly be heard on the recording as well. Please raise your hands if you have a question and wait for the mic to be given to you by one of our volunteers. So if you have a question, raise your hand. There is a comment. Yeah. Okay, let's just wait if we have more questions, and then there is one more. Okay. Good. Just let's collect 3 questions. That's why I'm. Okay, let's just go ahead. Hello. Hi.
Hi. Good evening. And my name is Zihan. I come from China. Thank you very much for organizing this event. And this is the first time I know that there is a way that, as a foreigner, I can participate in such events. Maybe my information was a little bit delayed. You have something before, right?
Yes, we had a forum
Okay.
last year.
All right. So may I ask to switch to a slice which represent the distribution of nationality of foreigners here? I think there's 9,000 foreigners and 5 countries. Can we switch to that slice?
Those were the top 5. Yeah. Yeah, we can just ask your questions and then we can
Yeah, I mean,
with
to make this event more interesting, I would like to wait if you have the patience, because it will be a very interesting and a little bit sharp question. Can we, if you don't mind, this is a very friendly question, but looks a little bit sharp. Yeah, okay, just this page. Okay, so it's a very interesting statistic, and this was statistic until the end of last year, or what, may I know how?
Yeah, this was the census in 2023, I guess. 2.
Wow, so it's like about 3 years ago data.
Yeah, that's the last official data we have.
Yeah.
This is the last official
Okay,
data
okay,
that we have.
thank you.
Official.
All right, so here's the sharp question here. So the top one will be Chinese citizens, right? I will raise my hands. I'm a Chinese. Is there any other Chinese person here? No, right? Second, is there anyone who's from Ukraine? Raise your hands. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I am not. So this is not the place where we ask people where they are coming from. They can share where they are coming
But you
from.
understand why I'm asking the question,
I
right?
am. We don't really understand. Sorry.
Okay.
just to go
Anyone
back to
who
your
is from
question.
Romania?
I'm sorry. What is the point of the question?
The question is that you are organizing, try to help foreigners here, but the top 5 of the proportion of the foreigners are nearly not here. That's my thing. So think about your
Okay, the question
but we can
was
also
heard. We will answer to the question. Your question was,
Your-
why is not the top 5?
yeah, so if you try to help the foreigners here, but it seems like that majority of the foreigners who's living in the district were not informed about the event and were not, yeah, so this is my thing. So, yeah, that's my purpose. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ruth. I've been to the last forum. I have a much more mundane question. I have one of a friend, which I'm really like on a call-in. She wanted to ask about, and I think she's asked before as well, so we know that the organization or the company Hans KFT, which provides the catering for the Bulci and the Ovi, I think, can provide vegetarian options. And can we explore that, given that vegetarian would also cover kosher and halal as well? Because at the moment, if you have any additional dietary needs, it's quite difficult and to get that covered in the kindergartens. So that was my one question about how we can think about actually like the provision in the kindergartens also recognises the kind of religious dietary needs. My question was more for Malna. So I'm not really clear on kind of the decentralization of the police in Hungary and what capacity they have. But I mean, we know with some of the recent cases of domestic violence that institutionalized racism and sexism and how they combined was the reason that people didn't get any support. So I just wonder, do you have any capacity to work with the police on training and things like that, so that actually if somebody goes to a police officer in the district, that they can actually be listened to and not often just turned away? My last question, it's more of a comment. That email address, is there a way you can get that email address? So there was an email address at the end, which was I can't remember it, but that's my point. Could you get an email address that's easy to remember? For I speak bad Hungarian, but yeah, that's not easy to remember. Is it like EOO?
Okay.
Even if it was like EO at Józsefváros, you know, that would increase the openness of the office in many ways.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's answer the questions. Tessa,
That
will you
will be me.
answer all of them?
Yes. So regarding the representation of people, so about half of the foreigners who live in Józsefváros are from the European Union. But because that's not a country, we didn't list that. So I have no idea where people are from, and I just want to explain to you why we stopped you. We don't think it's necessarily safe to ask people where they are from, or to, on a live recording, to ask them to indicate their nationality or anything else. So we didn't stop you because we are not interested in your question, but because we want to protect the people who live here. So yes, so the first thing is that half of the people who are foreigners in the 8th district are from the European Union. I assume that a lot of people here are from the European Union, and then those are the country-wise, those are the top countries. And I hear what you are saying. You think that we didn't manage to reach everybody here, for sure. We know that, and that's why we have an office dedicated to this work, to make our services and information available to all the foreigners. So if you have any suggestions about, for example, how to reach the Chinese community, we would be more than happy if you came to us and helped us, because we are struggling with that. Language is a big problem. This forum is in English. A lot of foreigners don't speak English. A lot of foreigners don't speak Hungarian. So we should probably start thinking about holding forums in other languages. So that means a lot of organization and a lot of resources. But this is what exactly Judith was saying, that if you tell us what you need, then we will start organizing it. But first we need to create contact with the people who live here. Most foreigners who live in this district have no idea what a municipality is or that it exists. All they have heard of is probably Orbán, who hates foreigners. And so we are trying to send a message that there are other kinds of politicians and other kinds of public institutions here. So if you are interested in spreading news about this, I think we would be really grateful if you came and helped us. That's the only response I can give, and I'm already happy that this many people knew about this thing and that they are attending it, and hopefully next year there will be more. So that's my answer to that. Regarding the vegetarian food, yes, you know, there is an ideological, not ideological, like legal and philosophical debate about whether it's okay to provide vegetarian food in kindergartens, and officially I think it's not okay. Like, I think we asked for an official opinion of a dietitian whether it's formally okay to give offer vegetarian food in kindergartens, and we received the official answer that no, it's not. So in other districts they are tricking this by saying that it's for a religious reason that they don't want to eat meat, but this is a workaround. This is not a legal solution to the problem. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you. The other thing is that right now is the public bid, közbeszerzés. Anyway, we are trying to find a new company that will provide food in the kindergartens and in the schools. And I remember myself asking the people who are organizing this to examine whether it's legally possible to put vegetarian options in it, and unfortunately I don't remember their answer because it was a long time ago, but I will check it for you. But we are only able to put vegetarian options on the menu if the law allows us to do so. If not, then we can only put religious reasons for exemptions. But I will check if this is part of the new public bid or not. And then regarding the police, actually we have a... so yes, the police has nothing to do with the municipality. It's the government, the Ministry of Interior, who is responsible for the police, and it's totally not decentralized, so it's completely centralized. We have basically no control over them. We have a lot of communications with them. We talk a lot to the police, and one of the oldest cooperations we have with them is that the organization called Patent holds regular trainings and case discussions, I guess. I don't know the right name for it. So they are holding discussions with the police and social professionals in the 8th District Police. So this is the longest cooperation that we have between the municipality and the local police. So yes, in terms of domestic violence, there is a lot of work going on together. With the police, and also with the establishment of this new center for victims of domestic violence. They have already reached out to the police, and they are trying to figure out how they can work together. The police has also asked for our help in this issue because they very often need support in terms of how to help best. And so this OVOHely, which is this new center for victims of domestic violence, they are in cooperation with the police to figure out how they can help each other with the management of concrete cases. So in that area, I think I'm not saying we are doing great, but I think we are doing better than average, at least in that field. Yeah.
And about the email address. Okay, we will change it. Okay. Is there anyone? Okay. Yeah. Can we get the mic there?
First of all, thank you so much for holding this event. It feels really nice to be heard, and especially as a foreigner over here, so thank you for that. My question is rather blunt because it's not a question, it's a suggestion. When you go to the Józsefváros website, especially the English version, I feel like there is not enough information on whether the staff at that office or at that doctor's place can speak English or not. I think it would be really helpful to us foreigners if that information was added so that like we can choose the correct doctor for us, or if it's urgent and we have to go to the nearest doctor, we can at least go with a Hungarian friend of ours or a Hungarian-speaking friend of ours, because I think that would really be helpful for us. And it's not just doctors, but also, you know, employment officers, stuff like that, the Kormány blogs.
Just a thing, the Kormány blog doesn't belong to the municipality. It's a governmental office.
Okay. Echoing his thoughts as well, thank you so much for organizing this. Actually, we found out that this was happening because we were sitting at Calvaria Ter, just hanging out at 11 p.m. and I just saw something in English on the info point, and I was like, wow, something in English. So I paid attention. Mine is also a comment or a suggestion. I believe, I'm from Pakistan, he's from India, and I believe there's a lot of foreigners from South Asian countries. And a suggestion to reach out to that community, because there's a lot of them. Perhaps I don't know if you know or not, we had a Kashmir festival in August. That is a very big hub for our community over there, South Asian community. You can find Bangladeshis over there, Sri Lankans, Maldives, all kinds of South Asians over there. So just a suggestion to relate with them, perhaps because we go to their restaurants, their these shops that sells all our spices. It would be good to have like banners like this that, okay, a community forum is happening. So we didn't get the information from them, but I think that's a really good platform to utilize that main community. Also, in general, any of the restaurants that are available to have the posters up there would be really, really cool. That's just one suggestion. Second, I have a question, and I don't know if this is the right place to ask or not. I'm just a bit lost in this. When it comes to, and I'm bringing this up because of the topic about domestic violence, when it comes to our neighbors being, let's say, too loud and fighting, or I can hear the husband shouting over at the wife or the kids or the dog or them fighting back. I do not speak Hungarian. I can speak very, very kicsit. But I can feel it because I can, you know, feel what's happening. What should I do in this case? Should I call the police right away or wait for a bit? It's just like a question because I'm a bit lost and I don't know what I would or I should do in this situation. And thank you once again.
Thank you. Do we have another question? Here. This is for me. Oh, hello, everyone.
Thank you. So yes, first, thank you for everything you do. Thank you in particular, Daniel Rade and the Healthy Streets program, which is great. It's a super thing, and keep going. More of that. My question is about. I'd like to understand a bit better the processes for the flow of information to residents about major renovation works. So just to make it a bit concrete, excuse the pun, that was an accident. Semmelweis has major renovation works going on just up the road from here at the moment. We live about 30 or 40 meters from there. Semmelweis University. Mixater, yes, major renovation works. We live about 30 meters away. We did not know that was going to start until about a week before it started, and we only learned through David because we were in touch with him for other reasons. We did not get any formal notification of that, despite living, like, we hear it each morning, right? And the past week, the crane has blocked off the entire street. Like Revitskiusa cannot be reached because of that massive crane that was up for a few days. We got no notification, cars can't come in and out. And as a result of this, we have stories from our neighbours that delivery people and handymen and so on are refusing to come to our street because it's massively blocked off. We received zero information about this. I don't know whether we should have done. I don't know, should we have done? Is it going wrong? What's the process in general? Thank you.
Okay. So let's, we've taken into consideration what you're saying. We are actually in touch with the Kashmir family, and we are actually trying to do anything that we're doing in English. We have a list of places where we put out these infos, what you've seen. I can show you, I can tell you which places. I think I can also say we also try to do Kashmir, Zhir, then we go to Luman, Aurora, Goya, and what else do we have? Kastner. So these places, we put out these papers. But if you have suggestions, just feel free to tell us, because we always look for these opportunities where we can put out things to reach people. Also about the information about whether anyone can speak English. Judith, can you say something about that?
Yeah, so regarding the information on the website, I think that's a really good idea. And I have the feeling that we have already tried that with the házi orvosok, the general practitioners, I guess that's what you call them, the family doctors. And I don't remember if it was that they didn't tell us or we couldn't get all the information, so we didn't put it up just selectively. So I remember that we already made an effort. I don't know if there is some... does somebody remember if we... I don't know. I remember that we tried that already, but we will try it again. But as far as I understand, what you would appreciate is that it's not only with the doctors, but also with the municipal offices. And I assume that it wouldn't be only English, but any kind of language. Like what kind of languages are spoken there? Yeah, I think this is a really good suggestion. I think we can do this. Yes, and the neighbors call the police right away. If you think that somebody's in danger, you should call the police. Like, don't hesitate. The police will decide if they are needed or not. I mean, yeah, it's not for you to decide behind the wall. Yeah, call the police. Major renovations information. Yeah.
Thank you for your question, and I totally understand your problem. And we are in contact with Semmelweis. And actually, I wrote an email today to Semmelweis that they missed the communication before, like they set up a big, I don't know what to say, crane, maybe. Yes. So yeah, and they said that, yes, we made a mistake, but we will do it better the next time. We gave them a protocol which they should communicate. How should they communicate to the neighbors? So hopefully next time it will be better.
Okay. Sorry, in the protocol, do you have the protocol? Do you say that they should communicate in English as well as other languages?
I have to check it.
Okay. So we will check it.
We really want them to put papers to your doors, so like this. Use the Facebook groups in the neighborhoods. Yes, that's.
Yeah. So the thing is that when the municipality does its own renovations and own things, we have our very strict internal protocol for the communications team, and we have our own rules, but we can't force our own rules to other actors, and Semmelweis is not us, or the government is not us. So what we can do is try to educate them to do it and try to push them and massage them and, push them harder and then massage them a little more. So there is no, so I think we have no legal like we can't legally force them to do anything. We can beg them and ask them and educate them. And in a lot of cases, we have managed to do it with big renovations. Or, for example, we always have a lot of issues with filmmakers who are shooting films, especially in your neighborhood. And so that took us many, many years to teach them our expectations. And most of the time, now they are meeting our expectations. So I think this is our work. But we don't have the legal power to force them to do anything.
Just to check I understand, they're not under an obligation legally.
Sorry.
I think they are, but we...
Sorry.
You want the mic, yeah.
Yeah. Can anyone bring the mic?
Just a clarification, follow-up. You're saying that they're not under any legal obligation to inform us as residents, sadly. Okay.
What we can do is to cooperate with them, and fortunately the relationship is good. So, yeah, hopefully next time it won't happen.
Yeah, with Semmelweis.
No, but they are under legal obligations, but we are not the ones who are enforcing this, you know? It's other government offices. So it's a different, like we don't have the legal force to make them do anything. It's the relationship that we can build. But I think it's really, what I would suggest is that you send them a complaint. Like the more communication they have from residents, the more they understand what is expected of them.
Can we bring a mic to the gentleman?
So if I'd like an email address for that. Shall I just message David Gonçal and he can give me the details? Would that be the best way to go?
I think so. David Gonçal is the local representative
yes.
of that neighborhood. Yes. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea, but I assume that he has
I'll
contacts
ask him.
to them.
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Other questions?
There's one.
I'm sorry. Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
Hello. Of course, I'm a bit nervous now in front of the microphone. So my name is Daniel. I'm very happy to live in the 8th district, and thank you for all the service. I do want to start with validating you for what you're doing with the district. I mean, we see the streets getting much better, some getting really nicer and better. I really like that, enjoy that. I also like the services you do in the English language. For example, this day, it's very nice to come here today. And I do also want to show you one example where some service has been done in English language. So I needed to order a container because of some home renovation, and I was able to just go inside the office and speak English to them, and I was able to do so. So that was really nice for me to be able to do so with my very bad, limited Hungarian language. But of course, there are I also want to bring up two examples where the English language has not been very helpful for me. One of them is the number that we received to, I don't want to say a report, but to notify when we see homeless people being on the street. I did once try to call the number, and the person could not speak English, so sadly I did not want to go any further with that conversation. So I do hope that that homeless man did get safely afterwards. And the second, and it has already been mentioned before, it's about the Saint Cosma, been going there, and it was not the best experience in the English language, and of course I cannot really be any sick when I don't have any Hungarian friends around me. We do have found some GP Hazi orvos that speak English, so we have been using that, but I really hope for sake of the language I will not be ill close to St. Cosma, but that's also, thank you all for having this day today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. So I have feedback, positive feedback, and also some suggestions on how to improve the flow of communication among collectively, like all the residents in the district. The first time I interacted with the municipality people was through MIRA. I volunteered there for a few months now, and they organized an English language participatory budget planning, and it was overall a really enjoyable experience. And I could write down my ideas, and they were very helpful with us and showed us how the process of the voting goes, and it's happening also right now, and I think we all should vote for our ideas. And if possible, you said that it happens yearly, and also this forum happens yearly. Maybe it would be, if it's okay for your capacity, that it could be happening more than once a year, a different kind of community event in English, perhaps. And about the information communication thing, maybe, is there any Facebook group? You mentioned something, but I think I haven't really found a collective 8 district Facebook group in English, but other districts seem to have it or not. I don't quite remember. But maybe if there was a Facebook group officially, like a public group, and one of the municipality workers can be admins of the group, and they can moderate the Facebook group, and people can send their ideas, and also you can share the events and all the renovation works or whatever, all the information can be in that, so that also you can reach more people when you have events like this. And yeah, that's it. And also I invite people to come to Mira, we have really good English events for free. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any more questions or suggestions or comments? Okay, so first we will go with the green line of Menhely. Tessa? Or we can, okay. Can we go with Szent Kozma? Judith, can you say something to the suggestion? Is there any way of you? Mm-hmm. Okay, Tessa.
Okay, so the number for homeless people where they don't speak English, that belongs to Menhely Alapítvány, a local NGO. So we unfortunately have no control over who they employ or not. But again, I really believe in participation. So I think it would be great if you wrote them an email about this, that you tried to call them and they didn't speak English, and it would be wonderful if they could provide English-speaking social workers. The more they hear it, probably the better they will try. Szent Kozma, I'm really sorry about it. I know that there is a language problem at Szent Kozma. This health center has a new director for about a year now, and her job is to modernize the whole place in a lot of different ways. And I have been trying to tell her that this is a priority, but thank you very much for your feedback. I will reinforce it. Regarding whether we have capacity for more than one forums, I will pass that on to Málna. I would love it if we had more forums. And yes, there is a Facebook group. It's called Foreigners in the 8th District.
Yeah, and at the end we will also so we've prepared for you this booklet, and in that booklet you can find a QR code where you can give your thoughts about how we communicate with you, the foreigners of the district, and how should we do it and how to make it better. So you can give all your ideas in that booklet, in the QR code, in the questionnaire as well. But you can also answer the question. Málna.
Regarding the forum?
Mm-hmm. In the mic.
We are going to have more forum. That's all I can say. Yeah, Judith is preparing another. I don't know when, but it's under prepare. So thank you for your feedback. Yeah.
Yes, I would just say probably after the assessment is done and also the strategy is prepared, I think that would be a great time to get together again and finalize that. That's our prospect.
And forums are not the only way to participate. So we are also in the questionnaire we are asking like how would you like workshops or like we have all kind of participatory ways, not just forums, and it's also important. There's one question there. With the mic.
Hello. So my question is related to volunteering opportunities. So I would like to volunteer either for a government, like with you guys, or with an NGO that you guys work with, if that opportunity presents itself. Do you think such opportunities would be possible for English speakers in the 8th district?
Okay. There was another question there.
Mine was also kind of a feedback thing. So it was also on this, like, I know you did that initiative with the kindergarten. I think that's super, super useful. Had I had that when my kids started, it would have been a huge help. Where you did like an international, for the international parents and stuff. It might be useful also to have one for school as well. It's school in the future, or just some kind of information flow, because I think the Hungarian school system is very difficult and trying to figure it all out and where your children go to school. I suspect a lot of the international students don't go to school in the district, they go in neighbouring districts. That's what I would see from my children and their friends. And the other thing I wanted to ask as well, and it just builds on a point that they said earlier, it would be useful also if you could list the Geremek, or like the children's doctor and the Védőnő who speak them. And it would also be useful, I have no idea, but when you get assigned to your Védőnő, do you have to stick with that one? Can you move? So for example, I was assigned to a Védőnő, the woman in the room next door, this is when I first moved to Hungary, the woman in the room next door spoke English, but mine didn't, so the other one would just come in and translate. I don't know if that system, if there's any flexibility in it, but just listing it as well, as you have for the other ones. So not everybody goes to Kellerman Martin, who seems to be the only English-speaking children's doctor in the district. But he also speaks Czech and Mandarin, I think, so it's quite useful.
Okay. I will answer the volunteering opportunities. You can volunteer and you are encouraged to volunteer. You can volunteer in the municipality with the Office of Community Participation, so with us, but you do need a tie, Sam. So a number of health insurance. That's only because of the way we can do the administrative works. Yeah. Okay, so we will go with the questions later, but let's answer the schools and children's doctor and Védőnő.
Yeah, so unfortunately schools don't belong to us. That's Hungary is a very complicated place, and as Judith mentioned, we live in this district, and a lot of the things that happen in this district we have totally no control over because it's the government that controls it. Schools is one of these. So we can provide services in schools, but we can't interfere in what they do. So, for example, I think we would not be able to hold an international parents meeting. That would be off limits. We can encourage them, but that's the max. Like, we can let them know that this is a need, but we are not in the position to do it ourselves. And I would also not feel comfortable sharing information about schools ourselves because we don't know as much as we should because we are not in control of them. But you can. Do you want to?
I would just like to ask, because maybe there is a way at the end of the kindergarten, term, to have like some preparation in going to school, so I can see a niche there maybe. But it depends on what kind of information you would need, like what schools are available, what programs the schools have, because those, as Tessa said, we don't have control. So if maybe we give information about something and it's not like that, then we can't really do anything about that. But to be prepared, like what age you should go, or you will, like how in general the school system will look like in Hungary, we can have a little bit of information about that, like the general school system. So I would maybe ask back, like what's your vision what kind of information would be useful and at what point to parents starting school. Ruth.
Now.
Sorry. Yeah,
No.
You want
No.
me to say it now or later?
Anyhow, yeah.
I think even just so, for example, I've seen, you know, how you can delay going to school for a year or you can push forward. I've seen people want to delay, but they missed that January cutoff. Just all of these little things that I think you know if you're Hungarian because you know the system. So, yeah, even if you did it at the end of kindergarten, like, because I think people don't just think that, some people think you just get assigned to a school. They don't realize you have the opportunity to go and, like, I feel like, just more of that information thing and actually linking up with the schools, really. So
I think those information can be managed by the kindergarten, and I think it's also their role to inform, especially about school delays and stuff like that. So, okay, thank you. Think about that.
Yeah, I think it's in November that we should do it because that's when parents start picking schools. So they started in November to pick a school for September. So I think we could cooperate with the kindergartens to do something like the, year beginning meeting, to have a school something meeting. Yeah. And regarding the védőnő, yes, it's compulsory. Like you are assigned a védőnő, and again, védőnős who are home nurses, I guess, or they are the nurses that. What is it? Health visitors who support mothers and babies up until the age of 6. They don't belong to us. They took them away from us, and that's a that's a big pity for us. The védőnő who work in the schools, they belong to the municipality, but the védőnő who work with the babies and the mothers, they don't belong to us. We communicate a lot, and we are in touch with them, and I have a meeting with them twice a year, with all of them, all 50 of them. So I can actually raise this issue with them, because I think you are assigned a védőnő, but I'm just guessing that if maybe they can be flexible to switch clients among them. I don't know, but I will raise this issue with them. I think this is very relevant.
Thank you. Other questions? There's 1, 2. Okay.
Okay, so I have 3 questions, but I think they will be fast. The first thing, you said if we have a Taisom, does it need to be an active or expired one?
Active.
No.
I can answer that quickly. I'm sorry.
Szar lehet for us. I know that's very informal for this, but I had to say it. Second, homeless. If we would want to, if you could repeat the name of the NGO so that I can look it up. And the third thing is that if we see a corner or a dirty street, which has been dirty for like a couple of days, and it's really smelly, who do I get to? How do I pass that information? Thank you so much.
Okay, so just a quick one. Menhely. Yeah, it's spelled Menhely. Okay, let's go further.
Shelter Foundation.
Yeah, it's shelter, but I'm not sure they have an English website. Okay, so it's shelter. Fine.
For Shelter Foundation Budapest, I think they will come on.
Shelter Foundation Budapest. Yeah, I think it's in the.
This information, I don't think it's in our
the booklet?
but it's a really good idea to put it in the booklet, actually.
Okay, there was another question here.
Yeah, just recently I realized that people are, I don't know where they come from. It seems like recently there is a kind of election or vote or something. They are trying to come to my flat, and different people, different rounds, and when I'm sleeping, and they're knocking the bell, and they try to get my vote. And the thing is that I have the first I don't know what vote I'm doing, because it seems like different round of voting in different years. So what we are voting for, that's the first thing. And also, yes, we have the right to vote, but we want to understand who we are voting for, and we need to compare, and we need to see who benefits us the most, right? How we can get information about their proposals and their activities. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Another question? Do we have another question? Okay, so let's go with the dirty streets and what to do when you see a dirty street. Peter. I know.
There is a Józsefváros application where you can put your information there. I think it has an English version also. Smart City app, yeah.
It's half English. So like, there are some things that are in English, but the response is a lot of time Hungarian. So, but there is an app where you can actually take a picture and then you get a response, which is in Hungarian, but at least you get a response. We are working on that as well.
Yeah, so again, it's Józsefváros Smart City app, and you can download it on both Google and whatever, iOS. Not Google, what's the other thing that's not iOS?
App Store.
Anyway, something on your phone, you can download it from everywhere. Yes, and the elections, yes. So last year, in 2024, we had the municipal elections all over Hungary. That's when they elected our current mayor, for example. He was elected for the second time. And we also had European Union elections. Next year, in April, we will have the national elections for the Hungarian parliament. You can only vote there if you are a Hungarian citizen, so probably that does not concern you. I don't know if you're a Hungarian citizen, but I assume you are not. And the elections that you, so I assume you live somewhere near Muzsikus Cigányok Parkja, or yeah. So there was what they call a by-election because the representative there who was elected last year, he had to leave his position. He had to leave his position, and so there was a new election. So his seat was empty, and there was a new election. That election was over this Sunday, so that no more knocking on your door.
There is, if you live on the other side.
Yeah, so that election is over, no more knocking on your door. But if you live in another part, like 10 minutes from there will be a new by-election on November 9th, because there is another representative who had to resign, and now there is an election. So these are not general elections, these are not for everybody, these are just very local neighborhood elections. And if you are eligible to vote in the municipal elections, then you are also eligible to vote in the by-elections. But in the national elections, you are only eligible if you're a Hungarian citizen, and in the European Union elections, you are eligible to vote if you're a European Union citizen. But for you, I think it's over now. The next door knocking will be in next year in, I would say, February, March, and April. And that will be for the national elections, so you will not be able to vote. So, yeah.
Okay, so I am Aram Shakur, a representative of the Népszínház district, the 4th district, and as a politician, I just want to say that we are sorry for knocking on your door. I know it can be sometimes annoying, but door-to-door campaigns are really effective and competitive in Hungary, especially in this district where it's always a 50-50 election. That's why you see such an aggressive campaigning. I hope that you live on the good side of Muzsikus Cigányok Street, because in the other side there is an election in November 9, so you might get still knocks on your door, and if we wake you up, sorry. But don't forget to participate in these elections if you can, because yes, all of you, if you have a local residency card, then you can vote on these elections, and you should vote in these elections because the local government doesn't just representative Hungarian people, but everybody living in the district. Yeah.
Do we have other questions? No questions? Online questions? No? Okay. So, yeah, let's wrap it up. Done. So, thank you all for joining us this evening at the English Language Community Forum. We hope you found the event useful and that your questions have been answered. I would like to highlight that there are many ways to get involved in the community life of the district and share your views, such as community forums, workshops, community programs like Neighborhood Fest, volunteering, and the participatory budgeting process. On your way out, you can learn more about this year's participatory budgeting. It's a really easy word to say out loud. At our information desk, and also cast your vote for the ideas. We have the voting sheets in English as well, so you can also, with the colleagues, the help of my colleagues, vote. In addition, this year you will have the opportunity to give feedback on the 2025 English Language Józsefváros Guide, as we have included a page in each guidebook with a QR code through which you can easily share your opinions and suggestions with us. We would once again like to thank everyone for their participation and active contribution. If you would like to receive further information about opportunities in English, we encourage you to subscribe to our newsletter, where we share all the latest news and events. Thank you so much for coming. And we have an online question. Okay. Great. We will answer the online question, and I won't do this speech once again. Okay.
Yeah, I just remembered regarding the election, because you asked if it's possible to get information in English. So it's really important that the municipality has to stay neutral in the elections. So we are not allowed to give you any information about any of the candidates or anything like that. And all the information about the elections has to come from the national government, and only that official information can be distributed. So unfortunately, if the national government doesn't send information in English, then, or in any other language, we are not allowed to do it. We are only allowed, we get the official information and we can forward it or put up the posters, but we cannot use any kind of independent forms or content. So it's the candidates that should produce the information in English or other languages, but the municipality is only allowed to give you practical information, like if you send us an email in English, then we will respond to you, but we can't tell you anything about the candidates or the stake of the election or anything like that.
So the online question is, where to call in English to report homeless or drugs? This happened several times in front of our kindergartens.
So I'm not sure if you want to help homeless people, please call the Menhely Alapítvány, the Shelter Foundation. They have a 24/7 phone line that is there to help homeless people get into shelters or get into any kind of help. Maybe we can put it in the comments. In the comments, the phone number of Menhely Alapítvány. If you want to get help from the police, please call the police 112. And if you want to notify the municipality about some kind of problems in public spaces, then you can use the Józsefváros Smart City app, or there is a phone number also, a toll-free number of the municipality, which we can also put in the chat. That's available in working hours or during working hours, the Józsefvárosi zöld szám. And there they speak English. They always have somebody there who speaks English. But this is for lower level infractions. So the municipality doesn't have as many powers as the police. So if you witness a crime, you should call the police. But if you have, public space issues or people who are not behaving in the right way or something like that, then you can call the municipality, and we will put this in the chat.
Okay. There is one more question. Wait for the mic, please.
What time do we have to leave the room by? Because if we're not in a hurry, it might be nice to say hello. Hello to people who are here and have a chance to talk with you individually.
We can do that, but let's not live stream it. And then it's because of the personal information that is...
live streaming was a million light years from my mind. No, just... nice intimate space here. Friendly.
Yeah.
No live streaming.
Yeah. We were supposed to be here until 8 o'clock, so we can do that, just to chat up and also speak to each other and talk about like further opportunities, and talk to each other one-on-one without the live streaming part to protect everyone who is here. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for your active participation, and don't forget to cast your votes. Also, the ones who are following us online, you can also cast your vote online. In the participatory budgeting, and I encourage you to do that, and we will link it as well. Thank you so much, and have a nice evening, and have a nice week as well. Goodbye, everyone.